All right, this is going to be final review of the KUIU Pack system. I have a couple other videos out there, two on the 4000 because the first one sucked. It was the first video I ever made, and one on the 6000. So they're posted a few months ago. There's not going to be a whole lot of information in this one. I'm not going over the features of the pack or showing you what you can fit inside of there. What I am going to do is talk about my experience with the packs this hunting season. So obviously I've got a lot more time on them now. One of my co-workers took the 4000 out west on a Montana mule deer hunt. A week after he got back, I took both bags out west. I only have the one frame and suspension, but both bags out west on an elk and a mule deer hunt. And then I'll talk briefly about my brother-in-law's experience. He has the KUIU Pro LT 5500. So again, this isn't going to be a features video or a video, excuse me, to show you what you can store in there. So bear with me. I was sick when I got home. My guess would be my second bout with COVID, though it's hard to say for sure because I tested negative. So, all right. So referring back to my previous video, I talked about some of the things I really liked, some of the things I didn't like so much about the packs. And I gotta say, after using these now throughout hunting season, those videos were literally right on the money. So I did not find anything I did not like about the pack that I haven't already mentioned in the 4000 and the 6000 video. They are what they are, right? They're pretty well covered in my other videos. So I'm going to kind of talk about what makes this pack system, in my opinion, a great pack system. And that's the frame and the suspension. So the bags are good. I mean, there are no issues with them other than what I've noted, but it's the frame and the suspension that really make this for me. Just the ability to adjust the width of these straps, the padding on the straps, the huge lumbar pad with the grippy on it, the well contoured hip belts, the large buckle with the forward pulls on it. In my opinion, I guess that's where the vast majority of my satisfaction comes from. Again, I'm not saying the bags aren't good, they're great, but this suspension system, in my experience, hands down the most comfortable suspension I've ever worn. So went out west, I did a lot of training hikes with up to 100 pounds on there. I didn't weigh every time, but toward the end I was doing 2 bags of 40-pound solar salt and then random miscellaneous hunting gear. When I went out west, I ended up hauling out half an elk and an entire deer with my pack. So I got to put some miles on it out there. I loved it. I can't even begin to compare it to the Badlands pack I was running before or some of the other cheaper packs. It's in a completely different league from those packs. Go on. So, and again, in my opinion, a lot of that comes down to this frame and suspension. So couple things I noted when I was wearing it training throughout the summer when it was hot out, and I guess the only real thing I can think of with the suspension itself was the fact that these buckles were kind of digging into my big chest. I wish they would bring this padding down to the bottom of the buckle here, and that's still relevant, right? I don't understand why about half the pack makers are ending the padding up there. I don't know if it's easier to tighten the strap and loosen the strap or what. I'd still like to see this padding down to about where my finger is there at the bottom of the buckle. Having said that, when I was out west hunting, that wasn't an issue. Even loaded up with, when I say half an elk, it was half a yearling. So probably about the same weight as rear quarter, back strap, and some trim meat off a huge bull, right? I'm not saying I hauled 140 pounds or anything like that. I had no way of weighing what I was hauling, but again, I would probably compare that to rear quarter, back strap, and a bunch of trim meat off a large old bull. So I didn't notice this at all when I was hunting, and that's just a product of what I was wearing. Instead of a nice mesh t-shirt, I was wearing generally 2 silk weight t-shirts and usually a vest. Excuse me, a vest. So as far as suspension gripes, that was not noted when I was actually out hunting with it. Everything else worked. The only thing that's broke so far on the entire pack system is this retainer for my bladder hose. That broke up on the boundary waters. I think it got snagged on a canoe when I was pulling the pack out. So otherwise, buckles are solid. Everything stayed tight. I get a few questions on that. So I had zero issues when I was day hunting, when I had my backpack full for spike cap hunting, when I was hauling out half that elk, when I was hauling out the deer. Nothing came loose on this pack. I know it doesn't have the auto lock buckles, and I know a lot of guys really like them. I'll be honest, I have kind of a love-hate relationship with them, and I am going to do a Mystery Ranch pack review yet on my Sawtooth, assuming I can beat it out of my nephew. So, but having said that, I'm not sure that they're necessary. The only strap I had problems keeping tight on this pack was one of the straps I put up top to hold this in. And this has actually got the loop or the hole here through it. This is part of their gun bearer. So I might do a review on that. I don't know. It'd be a pretty short one. The gun bearer, once you figure out how to put it on the pack, it worked very well. It holds the gun very well. I mean, you don't really even know it's there. My only gripe is this pack would work itself, or this strap for the gun bearer, the top strap, would work itself loose. The strap I pulled from the inside to put over here never did. But again, of all the straps on this pack that I used during hunting season and that my buddy used for the 30-some miles I believe he put on, nothing came loose. Let me just think real quick here. Again, the same gripes I had in my previous videos still exist, right? The pockets still take 2 hands to zip. I wish the padding would still come down a little farther on these straps. Again, I didn't know it at all when I was hunting, but I definitely do in the summer. They need to include a strap up here. Just one in the middle would be perfect to hold this up when there's nothing in the pack, so it's not flopping around out there. I'm trying to think what else I had for gripes. So anyway, this is, I guess, my post-hunting review of both of these packs. If I could do it again, I might go with the 5500. Just to save a little weight and a little bulk. I really like the 6000, but it's kind of busy, all right? There's a lot of straps there. I don't prefer this center divider. I wish this was just one pocket and they would take this extra zipper off. But again, it's a great bag, but you definitely notice the difference in weight and in bulk. This may be necessary. Obviously, if I'm running that bag, it's loaded up for multiple days. But for the majority of the hunting season, I ran the 4000. When I got home, I took the pack bag off. I threw it in the washer, so I just opened the zippers, took the stuff out of there, and threw it in the wash cold, and I hung it dry to get the blood off it, which for the most part seemed to do a pretty good job. Most of the blood was on the back here. No issues with that. I don't see any seams coming apart, any fraying. I mean, the fabric came back, so all in all, very happy. I just, it's light years ahead of what I've used in the past. Pack advice overall, with the experience I currently have, my advice to you guys and gals that are watching this, if you're looking for a good pack, the bottom end I would go to would be the Mystery Ranch packs. So you can find them on sale in the 300s up to about 400. From the next step up is the KUIU. You can find these around that 450 to 500. And then up above that, you've got kind of your top tier packs, your Stone Glacier, which I'm starting to get some experience with. KUIU, Seek Outside, EXO, and there's other ones out there. Sorry if I missed your company. I've not tried any of those with the exception of the Stone Glacier, but save your money. And again, I would start at least at that Mystery Ranch level. So I kind of rate a Mystery Ranch, KUIU, and then some of the big name $600 plus packs that I just mentioned. But this pack leaves me wanting for nothing. You know, eventually it may. If I was going to be hauling out moose quarters as a packer up in Alaska, would it be my first choice? No. I think eventually there'd be some durability issues hauling 130, 140 pounds with it all the time. But for a guy like me that's heading out west for 10, 12 days a year, packing out elk quarters and stuff, I just don't see how this could fail on me, I guess, at this point. So my brother-in-law has the 5500. He took his up north hunting in Minnesota, which wasn't much of a workout, and then he took it out west mule deer hunting. They packed out a ton of deer. I think he helped pack out 4 deer, some of them about 3 miles. And he came back with glowing reviews. So he said the same thing. He loved the suspension. He loved the 5500 bag. He had no issues, no straps coming loose, nothing broke. So again, all in all, it's only about 1 year and 1 season's worth of use. But at this point, I'm extremely happy with it. And the only reason I made this video is I got some questions about my opinion with it after hunting season. So great packs. Watch the other videos. Probably skip the first one. It was pretty bad. But if you have questions on the features, my gripes, some of the things I really like about it. But again, for the price range at $450 to $500 on sale, this is an excellent pack. I've tried several, both in the military and on the civilian side. I can't tell you this is the best pack out there because I've never wore some of them, but putting this up against the Stone Glacier my buddy was hunting with, this just didn't leave me wanting for anything he had. So again, Stone Glacier is a great pack. You know, maybe my opinion would change if I had a lot of miles on one. But the thing I guess I noted the most is when we were packing meat, by the time he got his apart and started loading meat, this thing was all put back together and I was ready to go. That's just a little busier pack. It's got a lot less storage options and compartments where you can really segregate stuff. And to some people that's important, to some people it's not. Again, I'm just trying to be open-minded. So, all right, if you have any questions, leave them down below. I keep getting some specific questions. I'll try and keep answering them. Again, both these packs have been extremely good. No durability issues. I love them both. Parting advice, I guess. I like to do that at the end of my videos. I'll try and make it painless. But again, don't skimp on your packs. I've done it. I've been there. I like the Slumberjack Bounty pack. That's a good pack for the money. But you're getting into a different league once you get up into the Mystery Ranch KUIU and obviously up above that. Watch for sales. There's always out there. If you guys have never checked out Camel Fire, advice of the day, check out Camel Fire and Black Ovis. All right, they often have packs there that are clearing out. Excellent deals there. I've got a ton of stuff off of Camel Fire. If you're law enforcement, first responder, EMS, military, or a veteran, remember to check out some of those sites. So Guide Fitter, Expert Voice, GovX all gives pretty substantial discounts to those people. And in my opinion, you guys deserve it, man. Times are tough right now, so keep getting in shape. Don't give up in the off season. I'm finally back to running after almost 3 weeks of being knocked down sick as a dog. So again, check the comments below. If I misspoke during this video, I will correct them there. If you have any specific questions, leave them below. But great pack system, still extremely comfortable. Nothing's broke, everything's working as it should, and I don't regret my purchase at all. So you guys have a good winter. It's currently a balmy 2 below in Minnesota. Wind chills, last I heard, were in that 24 below range. So stay warm, guys. Good luck.